Okay, guys, I just thought I would pop on here very quickly. Not even amongst the group, but a lot of people are asking me, once they set up they find out their calories, and they find out their calories maybe we're going to use this for a calorie deficit today. And obviously, I'm going to try to break down what it can look like and how easy it can be to actually hit the macros. I'm going to use a system here called MyFitnessPal. I'm not too sure. It's mostly what I would find is mostly reliable. The most reliable, the food sources are mostly accurate inside this platform, but obviously you can use whatever platform you prefer, wherever about you are in the world. Um, this is the one that I find is, probably globally most accurate. Okay. But anyway, we're going to set it up here. And this is going to be a quick demonstration on how I would go about trying to hit my daily requirements. Okay. So setting them up, I'm just going to check into goals. I've got mine set at 2950. I'm going to change them up because that could be quite high for a lot of guys. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to pick a nice even number of 2500 calories. Okay. So I would go into here. Now, it's going to look a little bit different if you're using it on your phone, which I recommend. I'm obviously using a laptop version, but it's going to be the same idea, okay? So what I'm going to try to do here, I'm going to set my calories to be 2500, okay? Carbohydrates. I'm going to look for my protein to be in around 35, so I'll be 219. That would probably be a little bit high for me. So I'm going to drop that down into 30. I prefer my fats to be quite low, so I'm going to drop them down into 20, and then obviously that will allow a lot of carbohydrates for me. Okay, so even that, looking at that, that looks a little bit. I'll bring them down to 45. Bring that up to 25. Okay, so my protein's going to be aiming for about 188. You should be trying to, a good benchmark for this would probably be a pound. For every pound that you weigh, try to aim for a gram of protein. So for toxic, I weigh in around 185 pounds. I'm going to aim for around 185 pounds of protein per day, and then the rest can be really made up by either carbs or fats, and however you like, as long as your calories are equated. As you can see, I have set my calories to 2500, so that would place me in a deficit. I haven't worked. This is just numbers plucked off the air, out of the air. You would try to obviously be a bit more accurate in what you would need to do, and there's where you could, you can reach out to me or any of the other coaches for a little bit of help on that. But guys, when you try to go too low, I won't stress this enough, it can be detrimental. If you're trying to lose 45 to 50 pounds and you have set your calories to below 2000 because some online calculator has told you to do that, the online calculators don't take into your lifestyle, your stress levels, how active you are, how your injuries, anything, stress, lifestyle, how busy you are with your family at work. All them things come into an effect towards fat loss, okay? And an online calculator isn't going to pick up them factors. It's probably best that you go a wee bit forward to try and get a bit of professional help. And like, people are going to understand you. Not a computer's not going to understand you. An online calculator isn't going to understand you. So therefore, it can't take into account everything that's going on. So as I say, I'm just going to run on with this. I'm going to save my changes. Yep, blah, 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 blah. That's obviously set up for me. So we go back into home. Okay, we're going to go into diary. We're going to go into the food. Okay, so I'm going to go into add food for my breakfast. So this is what my breakfast will probably look like. It doesn't really matter how much, how much of anything like this, aim for 30 grams protein per meal. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, it doesn't make a difference to me as long as your total calorie intake for the day is equated to what you need to be in a calorie deficit. Like 6 meals a day is going to equate to the same calories as 3 meals per day. the idea between 6 and 3, I feel, is that you're eating a high amount of food. You break the high amounts of food, the high amount of calories into 6 will be easier to eat than 3 big massive meals of, you know, trying to hit 3,000 calories. So 3 big meals of 3,000 calories, hitting your hitting your macro targets is going to be quite difficult. So when you break it down into 6, it can be easy. It's more manageable. Okay, so as I say, we're just going to start this off. We're going to say, for toxic, I like to have some oats. Okay, as you can see, these are already items that I would try to, I've already stored. So I'll go for some oats, mix in with some of my protein powder, and then I'll go for maybe a couple of medium eggs. And toxic, let's go for some. Let me see what we could have. It doesn't have to be anything. As I say, this is quite different to the way I would normally set up. So yeah, we'll go for some farmhouse slice. So I would go for some scrambled eggs and toast. Okay. So I would simply add that wherever I can add that. There, add checked. Okay. So there we go. That will come up. There we are. We've hit 944 of 625. That's given me an idea of what I should be trying to hit, and that's breaking down my meals evenly. But as I say, I don't pay any attention to that, because as long as if I'm having a big breakfast like I am there now, that'll keep me going right into lunchtime. So I'll move into lunch, and I say this is just to show you how easy it is to hit your macro targets, your protein targets, your fat, your carbohydrates. So obviously mine are quite high in carbohydrates, so I'm going to base a lot of my food around carbohydrate source. So moving on into my lunch, I'll look for a good, reliable source of protein to start with, because protein for me is 180 grams is quite easy to hit, and if I don't hit it through the day, I just top it up with a protein shake, and pretty much that's how I would recommend you do it. But stick to wholesome foods, okay? Stick to wholesome foods. So you'll probably look in here, and I'll look down through for chicken. And the reason I'm going to pick chicken here, probably 200 grams, maybe a bit less than that. I'll go for 1.5, so 150 grams of uncooked chicken breast. Okay, this is where a lot of people go wrong in data entries into MyFitnessPal. They're picking out the first thing they see. Oh, there's chicken breast. That doesn't know if it's cooked. Obviously the weight of something cooked is different from something raw. So therefore, if you cook 150 grams of raw chicken and you cook it, it's going to weigh out 100 grams. So if you're entering 100 grams of uncooked chicken, but really it was 150, you are eventually going to spill over your calories, and it's going to, it's going to leave you scratching your head like I'm doing right now. So it's very important that you get this data entry precise. So I'm going for chicken. Okay, I'd like a bit of maybe a bit of salad or something for my lunch. So like I say, when I'm entering salad, I try not to anything that's green leafy, like a lettuce. There's no point for me. There's no point adding lettuce into MyFitnessPal. It's not really going to be counted for, and the calories of it are ridiculously low anyway. But also never try to, never try to go into a nutrient deficit. Never become deficient in nutrients. You're in a calorie deficit. You don't need to be nutrient deficient as well. So that said, I would like to have some tomatoes, maybe some green olives. Let me see. Yep, we'll go for Heinz mayonnaise. Like I say, there's a salad. I'm going to put it in anyway, but like I say, this is just an example to show you guys how easy it is to try and hit your targets. There are these ones down here. I don't know if you have them, but in the UK here, these are, for me, they're a life. They save your life. These are barbecue chicken so tender sheets. You're basically cooking your chicken inside these sheets. You have no need for oils, no need for anything. You put these chicken breasts inside the sheet. You stick them on the pan, and you turn them occasionally, and they come out flavored. This one coming out barbecue chicken. They are absolutely delicious. They are 27 calories each per sheet. So these wee things that add up. Okay, if I'm having 2 chicken breasts today, I will do this twice. I will simply change that quantity to 2. But when I'm, these are the things that people often leave out, and they're not tracking, and therefore they're spilling over their calories and they're not losing weight. So as long as you are being quite accurate, I'm going to put in some red onion. But what else could I have? Guys, this is going to be a bit sick, but I like to put ketchup on my salad. Okay, and the reason for that is because I love ketchup. In the UK here, there is a no added sugar, no added salt version of Heinz tomato ketchup. It is delicious. I will simply use 15, maybe even 20 grams of that, because it goes on a lot of everything that I eat. Let me see, anything else that I would have. Yeah, I'll probably go for some snack jacks. I will go for 6. That's a half a packet of snap jacks. They're roughly about 40 calories each, and there for me, I will sit and finish my salad, and it'll give me the little bit of savory taste that I like to have. Again, you can use a lot of different things, but these are the things that I like to. That's what I would probably go for. Okay, so there's my lunch added. Okay, it looks like a lot, but really, yep, it's 810 and simple. As you can see, the big ones are the snack jacks, and everything else is quite low. The olives. The reason I put the olives in there is that they're going to help me hit my fat intake. My fat intake is, I think it was around 56, so they might have to come out. I'll have to have a quick look at this, and here we are. Okay, so my daily goal for protein, or sorry, for carbs is 281. My fat is 69, quite high. I have 14 remaining, and protein easily. In the remaining of the day, I will easily hit 45 grams of protein. How I'm going to hit that will show you towards. But there you can see, I've had 2 meals, and I have wiped out a lot of my calories. Okay. And as you can see, I'm sitting pretty comfortably on carbs. I've got maybe 1 or 2 meals to come, and how I get these carbs, I'm definitely going to have some rice for my evening dinner. It's going to swallow up at least over half of them in carbohydrates. It's going to hit my protein. My protein intake is going to be quite low, and again, I'll probably have some chicken with that, and with my fat, it's going to be quite low as well. These numbers, I look at these secondary. Okay, they are quite important. Your sodium intake and your sugar intake. People think the bad thing here in sugar is what causes you to gain weight, when actually this is the exact thing that causes you to gain weight. These calorie numbers afterwards, after it's all these. Okay, these numbers come in after this big number, this one here. Okay, so afterwards, that doesn't matter how you get these. These are the numbers that matter most. Most important thing that you look for is that number is essential. So before I would probably go to the gym, I would like to have some, I like to have something in my stomach before I go to the gym. I go to the gym in around 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and from there, what I do like to go for is, it's not snack jacks, it's a little thing called snack bars. I should have them in here. Guys, as you can see, look, I calculate beers, nuts, everything that I would have for snacks. There's nothing that I don't count. So I'm trying to see where it should be in here. Caramel rice cake, unbelievable, guys, unbelievably good. McDonald's white coffee. Yep, look, a white coffee, I'll likely have 1 of them. A white coffee will have 35 calories. Make sure they're counted in your snacks. I'll actually have maybe 2. I'm going to put in 3 of them across for the entire day, because likely I would have 3 coffees throughout the day, and I'm having a McDonald's coffee, which I like. McDonald's is quite handy for me. It's a drive-through, and I like their coffee. I'll definitely have one of them before I go into the gym. Let me see. Alpine protein chocolate bar. I'll likely have one or two of them, probably two of them with my coffee getting into the gym now. When I say two of them, I'm talking like an hour before I go to the gym. Or if I don't have, I'll have one of them, and I'll have a banana. Roughly over here, banana is about 140 grams. That's weighed with the skin on, okay? And that's then tracked. And as you can see, my snacks, I've just banged in 324 calories, and that's through the coffees and my snack bars. Okay, as you can see, look, white coffee, I've had 3 of them, and one of them is 30 calories. And here's what I've left with now. So my protein is down, so that's going to leave me approximately 150 grams or so of chicken breast. My carbs is going to be 64, which I'm going to pretty much wipe out here now in using some rice. As I said, I'm going to have some chicken breast tonight. We'll go for 1.5. Let me see, we'll go to frequent foods. Yeah, here we go. So we will use mashed potatoes. No, we will go to yep, here we are. This is the one, the microwave rice that we can put into the microwave. It takes 2 minutes in the microwave. This is what I like to do because I'm quite, I like convenience. It's good, wholesome. It is pre-cooked fair enough, and it's probably a lot of preservatives in there. But again, don't look too far into that. It is going to be a good natural source of high quality carbohydrate source. Your body's going to really thank you for this. And then I'm going to use another sheet of sorry, my computer is just going nuts with these check-ins. Let me see. I'll go back and put in one of them sheets, the barbecue chicken that I'll go with. I'm going to have some broccoli again. Me personally, I wouldn't track broccoli, but I would definitely put it in there and make sure I'm getting around 30 grams of fiber per day. Obviously, I haven't tracked my water on this, but I would look to hit at least between 3 and 4 liters of water per day. Yeah, I don't track my soft drinks. That's not Coors, guys. If you can see that is a Diet Coke. I don't track the likes of that. We can, if you can have a look. There's my broccoli. I'm going to have 150 grams of broccoli. Let me see. There's the Maggie barbecue chicken sheet, the one we cook our chicken in. Again, my weighed chicken, I weigh my chicken uncooked, raw, and that's how I entered. If you look closely here, chicken breast raw, look right up here. Okay, I'm going to go for around 1.5 grams of that. And as you can see, these are in my frequents. This is what I would probably eat a lot of. A lot of lean beef, less than 5% is pretty good protein and fat. But that would probably be my dinner. I'd be happy enough with that. If I was having any sort of like condiments with that, it would be a Nando's hot sauce. So let's go into search. Nando's hot sauce. And again, calories in that are very, very, very low. As you can see, 2 tablespoons, 26 calories, 2 tablespoons across my rice and chicken at the end would probably be good. So I will go for Nando's. I'll go for 2 servings, 2 tablespoons, and add that to my dinner. Okay, so add food to dinner, and we'll go back down. That's me logged my dinner. Oh, sorry, I didn't log the last one. Go to chicken breast. Okay, so we're going to have 1.5 grams of chicken. We're going to have Maggie sheet, barbecue chicken sheet. Sorry about this, guys. We're going to have some broccoli. We're going to have some 1.5. We're going to have 150 grams of broccoli. I'm logging it. I don't recommend you do. Again, the calories are very, very low on it. From there, what else are we going to have? We're looking for the rice. Uncle Ben's Spicy Mexican Rice Express. That's it. That's that microwave rice. And we'll add that and we'll see what we are looking like. So again, as you can see, I'm a little bit over on my carbs. I'm 274 calories over. And if you're pre-planning this, what I would do from there is look out for my protein. Where was my protein quite high? 51 in my dinner, and where did that come from? 10 in the rice, which I'm going to keep in. Okay, chicken was probably a little high. Again, across the day, we've had pretty good. Like, I wouldn't be terribly concerned with the higher protein if we were to go back in to dinner. What I would try to do is just edit. Sorry, just go back. Come on, work. So as you can see, I'm a little bit over. So I would go back into food. And this is what I would do. And obviously you do this the day before. Just don't do that, you know, as you're sitting. Easy thing to do from there. I would probably just wipe out that. I would take out my protein shake in the morning because I've got enough in there. I've got enough protein. Okay. And as you can see what that will actually do, that will give me an extra 52 grams. So I will go back in and make sure I add just one scoop. Where are we? Up in nutrition. Come on, where are you? There we go. See, we'll put in one, maybe 1.5, depending. For me to hit my targets, I'm going to put in 1.5, and that should give me approximately 45 grams of protein. So guys, as I say, I've hit this very quickly. As you can see, my carbs are pretty good. I'm 86 calories over. I wouldn't be terribly concerned about that. Why did that not add into my... $1.5. This is what I'm doing here. And there we are. It's in. Okay. So that comes down. There we are. That all looks pretty good. It's 94 over. What I would do is just go down again. These carbohydrates are going to come from the banana. Yes, definitely count it. Look, my broccoli, I can take 5 off there. That'll bring me down to 10 because I've entered broccoli on up into my lunch. There's a lot of stuff here. You know, the salad, that salad would be the crisp lettuce. Again, I'm not recommending that you add these, but definitely eat them. And the reason for that is, like, it's just bumped me up 5 grams of carbs. It's actually fibrous carbs, and it's not net carbs. They're not going to be detrimental to your progress at all, but obviously MyFitnessPal is going to track them. As you can see, baby plum tomatoes, I would still track them. The reason for they're actually a fruit. Tomato is a fruit. Everything else looks good, so I'm actually down to 5 grams of carbs, although it tells me here I'm 94 calories over. I'm not precisely 94. So this would come down to 16 grams. I would probably find that into, I'll probably give myself in a snack, probably another, put that into 2. So I'd have 2 scoops of Optimum Nutrition whey protein. That's going to make mine, why did not add in? Sorry guys, don't you just hate when? There we go, it's in. It's 240 calories, 48 grams of protein, and you can see my numbers are all pretty good. Yes, they look high, 5 grams of fat. Again, it's going to pull it down. My protein's pretty good. I would take, like I said, these carbohydrates are being counted here from your broccoli. There's 5 grams on up. You can see I definitely count them in. You can't do anything about them. There's 5 grams from the salad. That brings me down to 10 grams. Where else? Everything else is going to be accounted for. Red onion. Red onion is going to be 19 grams. You can actually just take that out. Things are going to be looking very, very good again. You go right down. Here we are. Guys, if you're hitting them numbers across the board, remember, this is what we're trying to get. 25, as you can see, I actually hit 2,575. Guys, I hope you were able to stay with me in this, and this was just a quick demonstration on how you can actually hit 2,500 calories, 278 grams of 278 grams of carbs, 73 grams of fat, and 183 grams of protein. If I do that, so it'll tell me if I do that, I'm going to complete this entry. I'll weigh 100 in 5 weeks. I'll weigh 172. Now these aren't updated. I've probably got, the last time I updated this probably weighing about 180, 182. So in 5 weeks, me being placed in that calorie deficit of 2,500 calories, I'm going to lose weight in 5 weeks, approximately £2 per week. And that would be quite aggressive for me, guys. But again, as you can see, I'm eating a lot of food. I've got my snacks in there. I've got a good wholesome dinner, a good wholesome lunch, and a good wholesome breakfast. And these protein shakes here, this protein shake, I would probably have one with my oats and then another one down in my snacks, and that would probably do me before I go to bed. Again, guys, this is just a quick demonstration of how you can hit your calorie targets and your macro targets, how you get them, how you actually start with them numbers. This is where it comes down to. I've used a lot of good wholesome foods, and again, I'm going to be able to sustain this diet because it's actually foods that I like to eat, and you know, it's quite easily hit as long as you pre-prepare and pre-plan your meals. And remember, guys, it's very, very important that you are entering in accurate data to MyFitnessPal. This is where I find a lot of my clients go wrong, because they're not actually entering in either the right weights, how before or after the weight is cooked, and the sources. Like there's a lot of chicken breast sources, or I just go for the one with the green tick. That means it's been verified by a dietitian, and you know, the numbers of that chicken breast is actually accurate. Okay, nothing's going to be precisely accurate, guys. This was a quick demonstration on how you can hit your targets. Like if I looked across the board and my clients were this every single day, you know, 5s to spare, -4, but their targets, this one, if they were 75 over each day across a 7-day period, I'd be extremely happy with the effort that they put in to hit that number. And again, I'd be confident that they would be losing weight, providing they've been entering foods accurately and they're absolutely anal about, you know, hitting these numbers and eating that total amount of food each day. So guys, please, I just did that just to show you what can be done. I'm often asked how you can do this, and again, please just you know, just use this as an example. If you need any more extra help, please just reach out to me or any of the other residential coaches, and we will be happy to try to set you on the right path. Okay, guys, so there you can see it. My total food intake for the day hitting 2,500 calories. My protein targets were 181. I was 3 grams, or sorry, I was 188. I was 5 grams under, 4 grams over on my fat intake, which again I could be easily taken out, and my carbohydrate, which I absolutely love. And again, if I'm still sitting underneath these numbers, or I'm close to these numbers on a daily basis, I'm going to be absolutely fine. As you can see, MyFitnessPal has told me I'm going to drop about 10 pounds, approximately 10 pounds in 5 weeks. That's £2 per week. I'm sitting in around 82, 83 at the minute. And that's pretty much what I would do. As you can see, we go down into water consumption. It's not going to affect your total calories, but also I would have 4,000 milliliters of water approximately. Okay, so again, that's just another way you can make your notes and everything else. You guys, this was done on a laptop, on my desktop, and I just wanted to show you that. You'll probably do it on your phone, but this is the breakdown of it. Okay, guys, I wish you the best of luck. Again, if you need any help with setting your macros, there's no point going extremely low. Aim for approximately 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Get a reasonable amount of fat intake, obviously for hormonal function and all the rest that comes with that. Do not skimp on that, but it comes down to self-preference after how you like your carbs and your fats. Your carbs and your fats are going to supply your body with the energy. The protein is going to supply the muscle repair, it's going to preserve muscle and all these other things, provided your training is in place. Again, there's a lot to consider when you're trying to lose weight and sustainably lose weight, as in fat. Don't get that confused. So yeah, that was pretty much me breaking it down. As you can see, today's date is the 16th of September. Today for me down there, it is 1:15 in the afternoon. So that is my daily food that has been logged. So guys, hope this was helpful, and I hope it helps a lot of you guys out. Good luck.